guys, in today's video I wanted to talk about my life as an empath and a highly sensitive person, and how difficult it feels sometimes to navigate this world. So yeah, let's get started. From as far as I can remember, back in my childhood, I have always been super um, sensitive to other people's emotions as well as to my own emotions, and I think that is like one of the main characteristics, main traits of someone who is highly sensitive, is that you can feel and you can sense other people's emotions. You can sense how they are feeling right now, and I always remember having this sort of sixth sense when it comes to emotions and feelings, especially because my mom, she was somewhat emotionally abusive, and I think just living with her, I developed this quality of being an empath, where I could very easily attune myself to her emotions, to how she's feeling, her moods, and she used to have a lot of mood swings. So yeah, it kind of made me very I could very easily attune to her feelings, but not just hers. Like it started with her because like she was my main primary guardian, but whenever I'm in a room, maybe like whether it's now or back in my childhood, I can easily read the room in terms of people's emotions, in terms of people's moods, how they're feeling, how comfortable they are, how uncomfortable they are, everything. Like I can just I can just tell right away, and this is something that I kind of beat myself over a lot as a kid, because it used to make me very overwhelmed, especially in like crowded situations, especially, or even not even crowds, even if it's like a group setting, I would feel overwhelmed very quickly, and actually I still do. And it's just really hard to navigate this world. It's just really hard to be a part of society, to be normal, and interact with people, be in groups, be in crowds. Wherever you go, there are gonna be groups of people, right? So it's just very hard to be a part of those groups, because everything because you're always just constantly, and if you have an empathetic brain, if you have a brain of an empath, it never shuts, like it never shuts down. It's always on, it's always active. So whenever you are in a group setting, it doesn't matter if you want to or you don't, you are anyway going to attune to other people's emotions, to other people's energies, and that's how I've always been. So it's a big reason why even now, today, till this date, and I'm 27 now, and I still avoid crowds, I still avoid social gatherings of any kind, and like attending any parties or weddings or functions is literally like my nightmare, because I get very overwhelmed there very soon, and I also suffer from low self-esteem, so I also have this feeling that everyone is judging me, and yeah. So that's another thing, another bonus thing that happens to me, but yeah, it might not be with you, but yeah, it's just very overwhelming. So are you also someone who is an empath and who feels like this in social gatherings, in public places, in any group settings or crowds, and if so, I know it can feel very isolating at times, because when you're in a group and when you're in a crowd and everyone is acting normal, and you're the only person who's like, why is this why am I hating this experience so much? People are having fun, people are enjoying, but I'm not able to. There's nothing wrong with anything that is happening, so why am I not able to enjoy the same way as another person? Like why is my brain always on? Why am I always feeling so many things? Like why am I having so many feelings at the same time? And the funny thing is that you can't tell when you are, let's say, in a public place or crowded place. You can't tell, you can't discern all the emotions and all the feelings that you're feeling. Your brain is just, and rather like your energy is just absorbing all that emotional energy like a sponge. So you're not processing what you are attuning to. It is just happening, like the process is just on. It's only later when you, let's say, get back home, or like maybe a few days later, when you're processing all those emotions and you're feeling so heavy within you, that's when you realize that, okay, I was absorbing and attuning to so many people's feelings, energies, moods, and all of them were kind of accumulating within me. And now that I'm processing them, now I'm slowly releasing those emotions. And now I finally feel like there's space within me again, like there's clarity, there's space, and there's like peace. So this is a problem. I think any empath will relate to this, and this makes actually living a normal life and navigating the world really difficult when you're so highly sensitive, because like I said, your brain never shuts off, it's always on. So even by choice or without choice, you are always picking up, attuning to other people's energies. So yeah, and I'm just slowly learning every day to cope, to live a better life. Yeah.